Can you
Yes,
guys hear
I
me?
can. Yes.
Okay, so I'm here on the Go charts, and I'm just going to explain the concepts. Hope you guys can hear me. My network is not really good, so I have to be asking this every time. So just respond if you can hear me. Can you hear me?
Yes.
Okay. So now I told you that time we have we have many types of POIs, but I mostly use 5. Yeah. So the first one is called the invalidation. Okay, and if there's any time my voice is cracking or something like that, or you guys cannot hear me, just let me know. So I'll come again.
No problem.
So the first one is the invalidation, and I
Sorry, please. Are you
explained
recording,
that
sir?
day. Yes, I'm recording.
Okay, thank you, sir.
So the invalidation is when we're going up in an uptrend, and then price want to suddenly come down, want to start going down. We have a change of character, which is the normal thing that happens. And then when we have this change of character, price comes here. So the act of price coming to this point, the head, something that looks like a head and shoulder pattern, we call it the invalidation. So this, we're expecting that when price gets here, it should give us a sell. We should drop from here. Do you guys understand? Then
Yeah.
that's all for the invalidation. For invalidation X, the next one is the invalidation X. I explained this to that other day, and in the invalidation X is the same thing. We're going up, and then as price wants to change trend, instead of coming down to change character directly, it forms a failure swing, like as if it wanted to go up to continue buying, but it failed there. That's what you call a failure swing, and now comes here to now change character. So this kind of scenario, we have a change of character here, and then this small pullback that got formed there is called the invalidation X. Now in the after the invalidation X is here, this pullback, but we still have our invalidation, which is here. So now we have two zones. We have two zones. So now we can either wait for price to come here and then we sell, or we wait for it to come to the invalidation X and we sell from there. Do you guys understand?
Yes.
So
Yes, sir,
that's
but
the
sir, sorry,
invalidation
I don't have
X.
do you use 1 minute for your entry? Or you use 3 minutes,
Yeah,
sir, for this invalidation S or your
you can
invalidation?
you can use any time frame, but the way I trade, but I don't use lower time frame to find this. I use higher time frame to find my setups, 15 minutes. But then I'll teach you guys confirmation entry. So there are scenarios where
Okay.
you have up to 5 zones. You don't know which one to pick. So that kind of scenario, you will use confirmation entry. So you can now use confirmation entry on 1 minute time frame. That's when you're looking for confirmation entry. You understand?
Okay. Yeah.
So this for invalidation X. Um, Now I explained this to the last time we had meeting. Now let me explain the next one, which you guys already know if you watched that video. We call it new invalidation. New invalidation. Now, as usual, we're going up. So prices were in an uptrend and we're going up, and then price wants to start going down. So now it changes character. So after it changes character, uh, we already know something. We have an invalidation here. So we're waiting for price to come to the invalidation so it can sell. But instead, price did not get to the invalidation. it reacts off, maybe gets close to it, but after it goes up small, it did not really touch it, it now drop. So you now have something like this. So when you have this and you're still looking for setup, then this will now become new invalidation. So now you will now be waiting for price to come here so you can sell. You understand? You guys understand?
Yes.
But now we have three types of new invalidation. So this is the first scenario of a new invalidation. So now the second scenario is when this high, I told you this one did not really touch the invalidation. Now the second scenario is actually when it touches the invalidation and drops. So it comes and touch the invalidation and reacts from it. So now if price comes back to that place in the future, you can sell. So the invalidation is now more of a new invalidation, and you can expect price to sell from here. Do you guys understand?
Yeah.
And now the third scenario of a new invalidation is when it did not respect this invalidation. It breaks above it, but not above the main high. It breaks above somewhere like here and now drops. So something like this, like above. So in this scenario, we still have our new invalidation, which is here, and then invalidation is not valid again because price broke above it. So now we can now be waiting for price to come here, and then we sell from there. Do you guys understand?
Yes.
Those are the three possible scenarios for a new invalidation. Now I'm going to show chart examples on the new invalidation because I've not taught this before, but yeah. So let me look for an example. So yeah, facing me self is an example. I just saw this one on the chart. So what can we see here? We can see that our price was coming down and then it started going up. We had this small pullback. So remember, any pullback before the major change of character, this was the change of character, is an invalidation X. So now let's try to mark the zone. Also, I forgot to tell you, we don't use box to mark the zones, we use line. I don't know, I'm just using box in my drawing. You put the line at the body. So this is an invalidation X. Let me increase the thickness for our first zone here, which is the validation X. Can you guys hear me?
Yes, sir.
My network just dropped now. Let me say what I said again. I said we use lines, not box. We put the lines from the body. So this is our invalidation X. And now we had the change of character here. I hope you guys can see. So after the change of character, price pulled back. So after the change of character, where is our invalidation? So the invalidation is here. I hope you guys can see it. So now we have two
Yes,
zones
sir.
in this leg. This is invalidation. So first we have the invalidation X here, then we have invalidation, and then after the change of character here, price pulled back down a bit, but did not get to the invalidation. So it pulled back down and now went up. So it now broke structure. So here you can see that we now have the new invalidation, which was here. So can you guys see it? This was new invalidation, and price came, tapped into it and reacted up. Came again, tapped into it the second time and reacted up, and the third time, yeah, it's still reacting around the new invalidation up till now, currently on the charts. Do you guys understand?
Sir, but sorry, sir. How can you get your confirmation here now?
These are things I'll teach you later. Don't worry about all these things. That's why it's a step-by-step class. And like I
Okay.
told you, it's not like I'm rushing you guys or I'm going to only teach for 2 weeks. We are going to teach till when we're done, so don't worry.
Okay, sir.
For now, let's just learn about the entries. I just want to, when you guys just come to the charts, you should be able to look like, if I just enter the charts now, I can differentiate everything. I can easily find new invalidation, structure retest, all of them. So that's what I just want for you guys now. So this for new invalidation, let me look for another example. So yeah, I can see another example here. Let me delete this one first. So now this is another example. So you can see that price was going up, we're having this. And as usual, again, this was the change of character. But before price change character, we had a pullback here. So this is an invalidation X. Let's start marking the zones. So this is an invalidation X. Then after the invalidation X, where is our invalidation now? This is the invalidation. So invalidation X. Now after the change of character, we had a pullback. This pullback and price dropped. So that is our new invalidation. So this is our new invalidation, which you can see that eventually price came into taps to it with one candle and now dropped. So can you guys see it? The new invalidation did not still reach the invalidation. So this is scenario 1. And then it pulled back, dropped, and then price came, tapped into it, and now drops all the way down. And then it came again in the future. You can see this was very, very neat touch and still dropped again. So you guys understand?
Yes, sir. But sorry, sir. Like the time frame, like I see you normally like using 15 minutes to mark the structure of validation. Like is 15 minutes a good spot for us to mark our invalidation and invalidation S and new invalidation?
Okay, the way I trade, yes, 15 minutes is a good time frame, but we can use any time frame. When I teach you the way I analyze markets, that's when you understand why I use 15 minutes. 15 minutes is a medium time frame. That's why I use it. I use 15 minutes, sometimes I use 10 minutes, and sometimes I use 5 minutes. It all depends on volatility. But that's for later class.
Okay, okay, sir.
Yeah. Sometimes I even use 1 hour. It just depends. So yeah, let me go to the next one. So that's all for new invalidation. And then the fourth one is structure retest. So I'm sure you guys have already had this and this is familiar. Now there are two types of structure retest, two scenarios. So the first one, structure retest, is the high and low of a range. Let me put it like that, the high and low of a range. So if we have something like this, uh okay, price went up and then now is currently doing something like this. So we have the high. So from here to here is a range. So this is a structure retest, the low is a structure retest, and the high here is a structure retest. You guys understand? This is the first scenario. Let me draw a more complex diagram. Can you guys hear me?
Yes, sir.
Okay, drawing a more complex diagram. Okay, let's say we're in a downtrend, we have something like this. Uh, something like this. Okay, okay, let's say we have something like this. Now, starting from here, the highest in this whole range, the highest point is here, the lowest point is here before price book structure. So this will be a structure retest. This would also be a structure retest. Now, here again, this is the highest point, this is the lowest point. So here will also be a structure retest. Here will be a structure retest. Now, take notes, even the ones inside, okay, like something like this. So in this third scenario now, this third example, this is the range, this is a structure retest, and then this is also a structure retest. Now, is this structure retest you'll be using most of the times because you will hardly see them in validations and new invalidation. So now, this from here to here, you can see this range, this mini range from here to here. So this high too is now also a structure retest. So don't worry, I don't know if this looks complex, but it's not that complex. So this high is also a structure retest. And even this mini high here, this one here, from here to here. So this high is a structure retest, and here is also a structure retest. Now all are zones that price will possibly react from in the future. So do you guys understand? Do you guys understand?
Yeah. But how do you
I'll
know
show chart
when it
example.
touch the structure returns, how to take a trade from there?
That's why I was teaching you guys confirmation entry. So yeah, everything like for now you'll be using confirmation entry till you now develop the ability to trust the strategy to be taking sniper. So that's why the strategy is called trust, because it will take experience for you to trust it to be able to take sniper. So it's the same way me too. I started with confirmations, and then over time I started taking snipers with big SL. Then over time I understood the way the market works and everything, and from there gradually tightening my SL till I perfected it. So that's the same way you guys will start. You obviously start using confirmation because you don't yet trust the strategy. Then very soon you will know what works. You know when this one works. You know when this structure retest does not work based on experience that you'll be trading with it. And then you understand, right? That's just how it works. So I'll show you an example now. So you see this range now from here to here. This will be candle. Here is the structure retest. So here is the structure retest, and this low is also a structure retest. And you can see price reacted from here, just a small reaction, but forget the reaction, it's still a structure retest. The same thing from here to here. This is a structure retest. This is also a structure retest. So I'll just say more to just follow trend when you're using structure retest. So this is a structure retest. The low, the high is also a structure retest. Just the high or low of any range. Maybe for this type of structure retest, I recommend you just use higher time frame, because if you're on lower time frame, it will be so complex and confusing. So now that I'm on the 3 hours, you can see it's way more easier to see. So I just know that here is a range, the low here, and then here and here. So in this range, there are only like two structure retests. The first one is here, the next one is here. So do you guys understand? Just forget everything entries for now. Don't you just learn that one. Let's master the concepts. You guys understand?
Yeah. Yeah.
So now the second scenario of structure retest. Now this one is the one that makes sense a little bit. So you understand the other ranging parts. I'll send you guys the diagram. Just remind me. This diagram will make you understand everything. Just a simple diagram in case I forget. So now,
Okay.
as I was giving examples previously, let's say as usual, we are going in an uptrend, and now price wants to go down. So obviously we have a change of character. So remember, when we have a change of character, we have our invalidation here. So let's say price now goes up and now breaks down. Yeah. So now when something like this happens, we have let me mark out the zone. We have invalidation here. After invalidation, we have new invalidation. So this one, it did not reach the invalidation, but it dropped down. So here is a new invalidation. Now we're expecting price to come here so we can sell. Now price is supposed to come here so we can sell, but let's say price now goes up but did not reach here and now still drop. So now the next one after new invalidation is a structure retest. So this is a structure retest. So now we have three zones. So this is a structure retest, new invalidation, invalidation. Now price, now you can now be waiting for price to come to this structure retest, but price did not still reach here. It still did something like this and still drop. So again, we have a structure retest again. So as long as it's continue doing this, all of them are structure retest till it finally comes and reacts from 1. So just know that after invalidation, we have a new invalidation, and any other break of structure zone is Can you guys hear me?
Yes, sir.
Do you understand?
If you can give us more like
Yeah.
a life.
Sure, I'll give life example. So, okay, I'm looking for a good example. Okay, yeah, this is a perfect example. So, as you can see, we were coming down and we have this, a change of character, and price came and reacted from the invalidation. So, this is invalidation, price reacted from it and now went up. So, I remember now this invalidation now I've turned to new invalidation. The invalidation has turned to new invalidation. We have new invalidation here. Can you guys hear me?
Yes, sir.
Can you
Yes,
guys
sir.
hear me?
Yes, sir. Can hear you. Yes.
Yeah.
Oh God. Can you guys hear me?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. We can hear
Yeah,
you.
I can hear you.
We can hear you, sir.
Okay,
Yeah.
let my trading view quickly load the network. Okay, so as I was saying, you guys know that this is our new invalidation, right? Because we had a change of character, and price came, tapped the invalidation and broke. So now we have a new invalidation here. And remember what I told you, when it broke, we're expecting it to come back here, so we will buy, but it did not. It pulled back and broke, went back up. So now we have a structure retest here. We have a structure retest here. And now we're expecting the next pullback to come and touch it so we can buy, but instead it still went back up. So now we have another structure retest here, which eventually price now came and tapped into this other one and it now went up. So you can see how it's working. So as it goes up again, it's come down and break. We have a structure retest. So all the zones forming after a new invalidation is a structure retest. Do you guys understand?
Yes, sir.
You guys understand?
Yes, yes, yes,
Yeah.
sir.
Yeah.
Oh, sir, sorry. Can you do
So that,
example on um the the ranging? I forget the name you call that one. Before this structural test.
the other scenario of structure retest, the high and low.
Yes, yes, yes.
Yeah, that one just say the highest and the lowest point of a
Of a
range
ranging.
is a structure retest. So like
Okay.
look at this now. Look at this candle, this formation now. Now this is a structure retest. The high, the high of this is a structure retest. Like this is a structure retest where you'll be looking for sell, and then here is also a structure retest. So this was the range. So when it was here, it was in a range between this high and this low. Do you understand? So this is
Yes,
a
sir.
structure retest high and this is structure retest low. Do you understand now?
Yes, yes, sir.
Okay. So now the last structure that I use is break and retest. So now this one is for when we're doing higher time frame analysis and for confirmation entry. That's when we'll use the break and retest. Now, as usual, you guys, everyone already knows this is basic knowledge. Where we just have a break, and then when price retests, we're expecting price to continue buying. Or if price breaks down, when it comes here, we're expecting price to continue selling. Do you guys understand? You guys should understand this. So, like I said, I mostly use this for higher time frame analysis, and I'll teach you guys that. So like now we can see this beautiful break and retest here. That was what caused all this whole move. Now take note, this is on 4-hour time frame. So with this break and retest, I could have just predicted that the market is going to be going down for long. Yeah, I'll teach you guys how to do that in later classes. So that's all for the POIs I use. Do you guys have any question? And I hope you guys understand.
Sorry, sir. Can you give another example on this break and retest? Sorry.
It shows everywhere. Okay, if we go a little bit off, say another one here. Another one here. So again, price has been going down. And if I dropped 2 hours time frame, you can see more. You can see break and retest here that caused this short term buy. Now take notes, like I said, I mostly use this on higher time frame. This short buy is a trend on 15 minutes or 5 minutes. So I just mostly use this for analysis. You see them everywhere. Like this is the easiest of all these structures. See another one here. So break and retest that caused this whole buy move. Look at it here. Price broke, retested, went up, came the other time and retested it. Now it's not every break and retest that work. That's why you need to see specific confirmation before you now decide that price is going to form a trend of this break and retest. So do you guys understand now? Any question? Any questions?
Okay, good.
You said?
It's good. Nothing from here so far, but with the structure class, because piecing the structure to this one is what will really help. I don't know when we'll be having it, so that this one will not make more sense to take a trade. So this will take random trades and be taken out.
Yeah, those like picking of this thing is not a problem at all. For me, I feel this is where the problem lies, like picking the correct zone. Because once I just teach you how to analyze, that's all. You just wait for setup to form, and yeah, I just want
Okay.
to make sure you guys understand all the concepts, all the POIs. So, is there any question? Do you
No
guys have any
question for me.
question?
No, not for me.
Oh
Okay.
no, no problem, sir.
What of you, Amelia? Do you have any question? Oh, okay.